Move now to item 12, which is a Treasury Management Policy Review, and ask John Bishop. Oh, here he is. Just before John talks to this item, I'm going to, because what happens if you've got questions or comments, John will step away. So I just want to let you know that, was it last week, Peter? This week, there's an outfit called InFins, and it's a member-based industry body for professionals working in New Zealand's financial services. It recognises members in both New Zealand and around the world for their honesty, integrity and skill. And regarding their skills, specifically being well-run and attractive to domestic and international investments. And I'm very pleased to advise that John was the winner of the Guardian Trust New Zealand Debt Market Issue of the Year for the 500 million secured unsubordinated 30-year fixed rate green bonds. Please put your hands together. And so huge congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, look, thank you, Madam Chair. But just to be clear, look, it wasn't an individual award. It was Auckland Council. So, you know, a great deal of thanks goes to the wider Treasury team, our sustainability team, our legal team, and also our internal Treasury Management Steering Group. So, but it was great to be recognised and receive the award.
You're very humble, and we know who leads the team. Thank you. Well done. Okay, Treasury Management Policy. Why are we putting this in now?
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. So look, the Treasury Management Policy deals with the most significant aspects of Council's Treasury Policy. It was last reviewed in November of last year, and this reviews the conversations that we've had, especially with our credit rating agencies, since that date. And we've reviewed the limits and policies we have in place to make sure that we can still maintain our AA and AA2 ratings, but potentially give ourselves some more flexibility. The key changes are outlined there. We're looking to increase the debt to revenue policy limit from 270 to 290%. The introduction of a new reporting metrics, which we've mentioned previously, which is the balance after capital account deficit, and that needs to be less than 20% on a 5-year average. Removing the interest to rates limit, and then replacing our liquidity measure with the liquidity measure used by the LGFA. Now, based on the 10-year budget consultation document and the current numbers which are being contemplated for the long-term plan, we can happily operate in the next 10 years within these limits. And while we've been selecting these limits, you know, we have two different rating agencies plus covenants through the LGFA. We've typically chosen the most stringent one to comply with. So, for example, if we comply with the debt to revenue ratio set by Standard & Poor's, we're now also going to comply with the LGFA's debt to revenue covenant. So I'll go back to you, Chair, and see if there's any questions.
Thank you. So that's why we have to do it, because we can't set a budget next week that potentially goes to 290 if we've got 270 as our limit. Any questions? Councillor Casey.
The Ports of Auckland are not part of our Treasury Management Policy. I take it they have their own. Have you cited it?
Look, you're correct, Councillor Casey, they're not part of our Treasury Management Policy, and no, I haven't received it.
Do you think we should be asking to see it?
Can we ask in Bill's committee?
It's mentioned in the report,
place.
Which is why I'm raising it.
Peter, can we ask them?
I can ask them, but may also be public.
Sorry, any other questions? Well, I'd like to move. Do I have a seconder?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor, thank you. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against, carried. Thank you very much. Right, we now move on to item 13, which is a summary of our information memoranda and briefings, including the Forward Work Programme. I will move, seconded by the Deputy Chair. Any questions, comments? Put it to the vote. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against, carried. I'll now give a few minutes for us to clear the room as we go into
Move and second the exclusion of the public.
Sorry, move the exclusion of the public to have a seconder. Councillor Dalton, thank you. 5-minute break, thank you. 2-minute break.